Hey YouTube, fellow shooters, casters, James here. Hey, I got a range report here. I did a range report a while back of a H335 load I had with the 75 grain Cast 223 bullet. And it got pretty decent results. At 100 yards I was getting 1.4 with the flyer I had here, but I count them. So anyway, that wasn't bad, but I wanted something a little more velocity. This was 1846 feet per second average, and I shot good with that powder at that charge. But I wanted something a little higher, so what I decided to do was go with some slower burning powders in hopes of getting little higher velocities. None of the Cast Bullet Handbooks seem to use any slower burning powders. They always, about H335 is about the slowest burning they go up to. So I wanted to experiment with going a little bit higher velocities with slower burning powders. Here's my first group I did today. Well, that was with this bullet here. It's the NOE 76 grain cast bullet mold that they sell, and it's actually doing pretty good for me. I mean, inch 0.4 isn't bad, but here's what I got starting out. I went in half grain increments and just made a guesstimation, and I didn't have any clue, what my alloy was going to do or anything. So I started out at 17.5, and I got a 3 7/8 inch group. Went to 18 grains, got a 2 3/8 inch group at 1910 velocity. Went to 18.5 grains, got a 1976 group with a 2 3/16 inch group, which still ain't too bad for 100 yards. Went to 19 grains, got a 2.5 inch group, so it's slowly sneaking in there. And my last charge with the Varget was 19.6 grains, 2159 feet per second average, and a 1 3/4 inch group. So I'm going to investigate that a little more. I'm going to crank up to 20 and so on. 20 grains the next time, and see what, if I can tighten that up. So then I went to another powder I had on hand, CFE223. I got, as you can see there, I got a 1 inch group. But I started out at 19.5 grains, and it got like a 7 inch group. Went to 20 grains, got a 3 7/8 inch group. And then I went to 20.5 grains, I got a 2 5/8 inch group. And then my last one and my final charge, I didn't go any higher, but I plan to, just to see. But this was 21 grains, and I had 2 of them touching there, and then one out brought it out to an inch group. And that had that was 2217 average feet per second, extreme spread of 27, and a standard deviation of 11.4. So I'm thinking these slower burning powders are the cat's meow for shooting these cast bullets. But like I say, these are my loads that I'm just playing with and experimenting with right now. I'm sure none of them are going to be overpressure, because they are, I'm still 2 grains I think below the starting load of a 75 grain jacketed bullet. But I didn't go up to the, I knew it would probably get a little better there, but by looking in the book, I was looking in the, what was that, the Lyman 51st edition, and 22 grains was like, for the Varget load, was like 48,000 psi pressure. And I knew my cast bullet wasn't going to go that high. But I'm well up above 2,000 feet per second. I'm at 2,200 with this last load. And it's grouping. I'm going to push it and see how much higher I can get her to go. And if the groups will tighten up. But if I can get a 75 grain bullet going, 2,300 feet per second, I'll be more than happy with that. But you never know until you try it, so I'm going to keep on trying it. So later tonight, I plan to load up some more half grain increments higher than these and see how far I can push it to, and how high of a velocity I can get out of them. But these 75 grainers, they hit with some authority at 75 grain, and I'm real happy with it. So this is pretty much my go-to bullet for Cast 223. I really like this heavier bullet. But the other thing is too, if you don't have a 1-in-7 twist barrel, they don't stabilize fully. At least that's what I found in my gun. But so far in this old Delton AR-15, it's doing pretty good. I can't complain too bad for 100-yard groups. I don't know how much further I can go with it, or how tight you can actually get a group with a cast bullet, but they're starting to look like more than just a plinking load. Anyway, that's my report. Thanks for watching. Bye.